What's up, everybody? I'm Luke Cogliano. You're watching the Alien Live Show. This week we're talking about all things Prometheus. Is it a prequel to Alien? Is it a spin-off to the Alien series? Can Ridley Scott make this whole series work again? We'll see. Prometheus is a film that I've been looking forward to ever since it had been announced, and this is a very interesting film for a bunch of reasons. Mainly, it's the return of Ridley Scott to his original Alien franchise, which is incredible because it's been over 30 years since he made the first Alien film, and he is now just coming back to give his take on the kind of beginning of things in that world. And this movie also began as a straight-up Alien prequel story, and then later on in the script it was turned into more of a what I'm going to consider a spin-off. And after seeing this movie, I would definitely consider this movie to be a spin-off of the actual Alien universe, and that series' universe as more of something like that as opposed to an actual Alien prequel, which is probably a little bit different. So I was going into this movie really looking forward to seeing it, and the trailers had really hyped me up. I literally got chills from watching the trailers for this. I just got so excited about the endless possibilities that they could have put in place for this, and I have to say I was really impressed by the whole film, and I think it sets up very well for not only the current Alien series, but also further films to branch off and kind of tell a story of another part of that universe. So I think this film did exactly what it needed to do, and it did it in an amazing way, and I had a whole lot of fun watching this movie, and I'm really glad that it was as good as I had hoped it would be. The major credits of this film has to go to Ridley Scott because he is just such an amazing director, and I am a huge Ridley Scott fan. I love his movies, and when I heard that he was actually returning to this, I was so pleased because I think had he not come back, and I think had another director come in and decide to make some sort of prequel story or spin-off story, it wouldn't have worked, and fans wouldn't have been as interested as they are now that Ridley Scott has decided to come back. So I think it was a really smart idea for him to come back, and I think he is what makes this series work so well. I think Alien, the original Alien, is probably my favorite of the whole series. I know a lot about the film, and I really appreciate all the work that was put into it, and the fact that it just basically gave birth to a lot of modern sci-fi and that kind of stuff is really cool, and it's a really historic film in itself. So it was really cool to have the original guy come back and tell his own story for us. This film has been getting a lot of flack for kind of having weaker characters and having characters that are kind of just disposable, but I think that's only kind of half true. I think the main characters of the story are fairly strong, and all the minor characters are weak. But as far as Charlize Theron, Idris Elba, Noomi Rapace, and of course Michael Fassbender, they do an incredible job, and I think all their work in this film is very well done. The minor characters are kind of just there to die, which is the case for most of these Alien films and most kind of sci-fi horror type things anyway. So I wasn't too surprised by that, and I knew that a lot of the characters weren't going to get a lot of development or anything like that, so I wasn't expecting a lot from them. So as I said, Michael Fassbender did a really good job in this movie, and he plays the android on the ship named David, and he is just, Michael Fassbender is just an amazing actor, and I could watch anything that he's in. He's just so good, and he knows exactly how to play this character and make it a very memorable sort of character for audiences, and I loved what they did with his character in this movie. I think showing how he was entertaining himself while he was just stationed to watch all the other passengers was really cool. I also want to mention the character Holloway, who's Noomi Rapace's love interest in the film. I had one issue with how he reacted when he kind of noticed what was going on. And if you've seen the film, you'll know that what I mean by that. And I just thought that was a little weird because if you know something's up, why aren't you telling anybody? I don't know. It just felt a little bit unrealistic, and I thought that his characters would kind of respond a little bit differently. So I thought that was a little strange. One of the best things about this movie is the set design. It's definitely paying homage to the original H.R. Giger artwork and kind of appeal to, or the kind of appearance to things. And that was really cool to see them kind of play off of that and kind of keep to the original film a little bit more and just kind of recognize those things. This movie definitely makes you think a lot, and it's also very intense. There's a lot of really jarring action scenes and deaths and stuff like that, and it's just really unique. A lot of the things are really unique and really cool, and they aren't too closely related to any of the stuff from the Aliens, the other stuff in the Alien series. So it's interesting to see how they kind of make new adjustments to things and stuff like that. So it doesn't feel the same necessarily as it would if it was a straight up Alien prequel or something like that. So that was really cool, and it's almost as if you're kind of going into the original film and not knowing what the alien's going to look like or something like that. So that's really cool to see, and I'm glad that they didn't go for just a very direct interpretation of kind of an origin story for this whole series. So it's a really great time. I saw this in IMAX 3D. It's definitely something you want to see like that, just on a huge screen, and just totally immerse yourself in this film because it's just such an experience. And I think Ridley Scott's world is just so beautiful, and there's so much going on with all these very practical sets and stuff like that. You just feel like everything's right there, and it's just so cool. So ignoring all of the like weird, lame things about this movie, like the stupid characters and stuff, it's just so cool to see Ridley come back and tell another story and kind of get us prepped for even more stories. So I think this film did an excellent job. I had a whole lot of fun, and I was definitely terrified at some points of this film. So definitely go check it out. It's a whole lot of fun. And if you're a fan of the Alien series, you should be very pleased with this film. And that's all for this episode. If you like this video, make sure to give a thumbs up and like it down below. And while you're down there, click on the like button. You can check out links for the trailer for this film, a link to last week's episode, and also a link to a music video that I did. And if you want to see more reviews, I have new videos on Mondays. You can subscribe to my channel right up above. For today's question of the day, who do you think would win in a fight? The alien, which you do get to see the end of this movie, and that's really cool, and that's a spoiler, so spoiler alert, or the Predator. Or you can say the space jockey, because whatever, he's also really cool, and he kicks a lot of butt, so also him. Leave your comments right down below, and you can also leave a video response if you want to do that too. I'll see you guys next time, and that's it.